Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite back at you. Today is June 20th, and today is the day that the rains finally came. We've had an extraordinarily dry last probably 7 or 8 weeks right now. I just checked the National Weather Service statistics and found that April was a little bit on the wet side, so we got probably 1.5 inches more rain than normal in April. But in May, it was almost 2 inches below normal here, and in June so far, it's a little more than 2 inches below normal. So we're trending about average year to date, but the last couple of months have been brutally dry around here, and yesterday the skies opened up and we got some rain. So I wanted to just kind of give you a quick garden update, and I got some additional thoughts on a political question that I'd like to get some feedback on. So stick around. I mentioned earlier, a couple of videos ago, that we had put in our garden, and I think we put it in a little bit too early. There was a fairly nice run of a few days, and my wife got kind of anxious to get some of the things planted out there, so we did some of the leafy vegetables, lettuce, radishes, cabbage, that kind of stuff, and got that started probably a little bit too early because that nice stretch of days slowly disappeared into a very wet and cold period of time where I think it stunted the growth of just about everything. The plants that we put in it never really seemed to grab onto anything and never really started growing. Squash plants that we put in, potatoes, they did sort of okay, but it was kind of a mess. We did get the tomato plants and the pepper plants planted just about the right time, and they seem to be doing sort of okay, but we'll have to see what the final judgment is on that. The early peas that we put in have already gone through the cycle. We got a big bunch of peas, and they were very sweet, very tender. So that was one of the successes. But the leafy greens and the squash and stuff like that, it never really took off. Cucumbers too. So I'm not quite sure what's going on, but yesterday we got some rain. We got just over 1 inch of rain here in town, and it made quite a difference in what's going on in the garden already, I can tell. So with that said, that's just a quick garden update. I'll get into the political question in just a sec. God save the Queen. Joe Biden made another one of his very infamous gaffes at a recent press conference or meeting or a speech somewhere, and closed it by saying God save the Queen. Well, obviously the Queen passed away, I think last September or thereabouts, and a new king in England has been crowned already, and the coronation has been done, but what the hell that was all about, I have no idea. But the gaffes continue. I think he was talking about the pistol brace issues and said that the pistol brace allows you to shoot higher calibers, and I'm not quite sure what he meant by that, but I'm sure that was a gaffe. And it's gotten to the point now where the White House spokesmen and spokeswomen and all that aren't even trying to explain anything anymore, and they're just kind of shaking their heads. So the question that keeps running around in my head is Biden truly capable of carrying out the duties of the President of the United States, being the leader of the free world and all that? Watching him trip and fall and stumble around things, trying to get up the stairs of Air Force One and trying to exit a stage at the Air Force Academy and tripping over a sandbag, and his physical capacity is obviously diminished. His gaffes and his speeches and his wandering drivel, and the lies that he keeps repeating over and over and over again, that the railroad story, and he was arrested at Nelson Mandela's get-together in South Africa, and that he went to school on a full scholarship and all that. He just keeps repeating the same lies over and over again. They've been debunked left and right and center, you name it. So the question is he truly capable of fulfilling the duties of the President of the United States? And before you answer that, consider the alternative. If the 25th Amendment is enacted by the members of his cabinet, or if he is impeached, the next in command would be the Vice President. And are you ready to have Kamala Harris be your new president if Joe Biden can't continue his role as President of the United States? I wish I had the right answer to the question there, but let's go see what you all have to say, because I'd be very interested in getting some of your opinions on whether our current president has the capacity to complete his mission and see what happens in the future. This is the Prepared Suburbanite, being very concerned about the future and the direction of our country, and I'm urging you to be prepared and stay prepared always, and I'll see you real soon.